So 1.49 new physics update. That means apparently curb physics and undefined differences in tire physics, but the curbs have been changed, or the reaction and the damping. So that means only one thing: go to Dragon Trail in a cars I know well, which will be GT4s, and test out those curbs and see what happens. I'm going to put tyre wear on because maybe I should take it off because I know it should be like a mid 44 for me. But I'll put the tyre wear on because apparently the tyre heating and tyre wear stuff has changed as well. But yeah, different damping, different suspension geometry, different tyres. I need to hook up my sim dashboard to see what's happening with the tyre heat, probably. So let's do Banker lap first then. Sirocco, where is it? There. And then give it a blast. So I'm kind of hoping the chicane of death is no longer the chicane of death. Let's see what's going to happen. Braking seems better. Right. Difficult to say in a minute. Right, this curb's a good test. Floated over, and that braking on now, that's a lot more stable. Front wheel drive car though. I've rear wheel drive car through there than this. Well, it still bounces on the curbs. Just put that slightly higher edge, but oh well, that was a lot more stable than that bit where the curb drops off. Yeah, interesting. Turning. Yeah. There's still the understeer. I still feel it scrabbling for grip out of there. You can sort of nail it, but so this car was safe as houses through the chicane of death. Yeah, it seems about the same. Seems about the same. So, I've got company. Find out if he's any good in a minute. Yeah, it's see, this is why I loaded Dragon Trail, because the curbs are, by FIA standards, the curbs are illegal because you shouldn't have a drop off on the exit and the non-track side and away from the track part of the curb. It should be flat. I mean, okay. I probably must go flat in on power. Launch. Okay, it does still bounce, but that's so much more stable. Braking on that exit curve, wow, what a difference. It's subtle, but it's a big difference. Which is weird, I guess, because it's so on edge. We hook that bit, hook this ridge. Didn't really need to go out now. Should be about 136 down there, so 133. Bridge. That launch. They still bounce. It's still sort of like, I don't know what lap times I should be doing on this. The tyre wear and fuel on. And equal conditions on. In hindsight, maybe I should turn the tyre wear off, but I want to see what that's like as well. I can't say there's a massive difference on this car though. It's just smoother on the curves. I should try it, but what's it called, the Mazda 3. So that's diabolical damping for curbs. In fact, even on a compression on a track, it can spit you off, or spit you out. Now feels like I've got a lift. So launch curb test. Now it just glides over that. I mean, the Sirocco, relatively speaking, some other cars would glide over that curve anyway, more or less. But yeah, but it's a lot smoother. I say it's a lot smoother on the curves. It's not. It's smoother, but it's no longer right completely on edge. It's kind of like it's got dampers that actually work. That's the best way I can describe it. I mean, glide, chicane of death in the dip there. That's just floated over. Yes. Could it actually be that the chicane of death is no longer a chicane of death? I mean, that's like, yeah. It's difficult. It does feel different, but it's difficult to kind of put your finger on exactly why. This car doesn't. I don't know. Is it understeering less on power? Oops. So that tried to launch there and try and hook that up and see what that does. And yeah, it's sort of launch, floats, and it's so stable on that. Try GT3 car on that as well. God. So can I hook that? No, well that still spits you then. Hook that. Yeah, that still spits you. If you want to do a world record lap there, you've got to have the tyre perfectly inside that ridge where the curve dropped off on the outside edge. Not the trackside edge, but the scenery edge. But yeah, it's definitely more glidey on the curves. Oops. No, he can still die. He can still die there. Okay. Let's see what this guy's doing. He's in a rear-wheel drive car, so. Yeah. No. Basically. B driver. So, what car is notoriously bad on curves? I mean, there's the Mazda. It's not the front-wheel drive car. I want to try a rear-wheel drive car, really. Where's that Cayman? Where's it gone? The trouble when you have similar liveries on all your cars, you can't find the car you want because it's the same at a glance. Where's it bloody gone? No, 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 no. Ah, there it is. Alright. Yeah, and I notice you got that little logo thing. Tyres are free, so the Michelin stuff, I didn't have to buy them. They were just there. And that's nice. I don't have to spend several million credits getting new tyres from a car. So the old tyres have gone. Now you just got these new ones. Bonus. So. Oh, hello. Ah, okay. That was really progressive. that wasn't snappy at all. Launch, floated, skittish, nose. Oh wow, game changer. The Cayman would have been flying off into another postcode if I'd have done that before this update, because it's so skittish on curbs, and this is competitive. I mean, 46.4, I don't know. Should fuel burn on top. I think that's probably slower. I don't know. I wasn't trying that hard though. Just doing the lap. But yeah, that oversteer moment was aggressive as it got more and more chicane of death. Game changer. You can use this car on this track. You could probably even do a daily race on it. Oh wow. Oh what? Okay. Okay, so it's got a lot more turning. So you're going to have to be a lot more gentle with your trail braking. Now this is quite different. Yeah. So how much curb can I use? Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. That oversteer's nice. That's nice. Actually. Yeah, that's so much better around there as well. On the ridge, fine. Normally that would spit you off into the wall on the right. What I could do. But this car's been transformed on the curbs. At the very least, it's been utterly transformed. I mean, what lap times will I be doing in this car on this track on softs with no tyre wear, no fuel burn? It was so useless on it, I just haven't bothered for well over a year, 2 years. I mean, this. That's just a different world. If I'd have done that, oh my god, that's the main reason why I'd never use this car on this track, because you go through the chicane of death and it's a total lottery. And I like that turning. It's going to take a bit of getting used to, but yeah, you're going to have to be a lot more precise with your trail braking. I wonder if that's the ABS change, because they said they changed the ABS, or the way the ABS works as well. I mean, 4/10 off. Well, that was only a first lap out, but so I don't know if you feel the grip more. It just seems a bit more. So you can still get it bouncing if you clip it just wrong. But I mean, yeah, you know, I'd have ended up at Dragon Trail Gardens if I'd have done that. Before this update, it would have been a different postcode. And you can hook that on the ridge. Yeah. I think the best way to describe it is it's a bit more progressive, but controllable. I think there's less grip. The grip's about the same. It just goes more progressively on the way in and the way out, of course. At least in this car. Yeah, this feels a lot better. You can still get wheels up in the air and that. It's kind of no longer a chicane of death, and more like chicane of severe injury. But that, yeah, you got to be so much more precise with your trail braking now. You can't just mash it into a corner. You got to feed the brakes off. You got to feed the wheel in. Otherwise, the car will Well, in the Sirocco it'd understeer, and this it'll oversteer. But yeah, that right on that head, that drop off on that part of the curb, that would usually split you across the track. Launch. Yeah, you can still get two wheels, but it's down quicker as well. That was a kind of a. Yeah, see, that didn't spit me off either. That should have spat me right off the track the way I went off that slope on the very inside part of the curve. So, yeah, this car's been utterly transformed. Wow, I can't believe how much it's been transformed on this track. So, if this track appears in a daily race, I don't think there's any reason to fear it now. Be more competitive as well, because no one will be struggling. Yeah, the dampers seem to be reacting faster. That's what I would say, faster. And as I say, you've got to be a lot more careful on the way into corners for your trail braking. A lot more careful. I mean, all tenths off still, but I'm still working the lap. Yeah, the feel of coming out of there is a good test for oversteer. The feel of the oversteer is more progressive. I say you can't brake on that curve. Well, you can, but it's a lottery. I would say what they've done is they've sped up the response of the dampers, sped up the sense of frequency of the simulation. It makes me wonder as if this is what they should have done initially on GT7. If it had come out just for the PS5, they'd have had faster sensing on the simulation model. Yeah, I like it. It's supposed to be faster according to the World Series drivers, but hey, that's World Series drivers. You know, not that's the elite, not someone who's just good. But the feel of the turning on that corner, and so you can ride right out on the curbs now. So you can definitely use more curb. That'll add lap time in itself. That's a tenth off Sirocco. There's no way I'd have been that close, because trying to do a similar lap time, I'd have just wouldn't have ridden as many curbs, because you just can't or couldn't. See, that normally would spit you right across the track in this car. Launch. You can get two wheels, but it doesn't. It's not as high. Again, that's damping. That's damping. Yeah. What about over that? Right. Yeah. Okay. You still can't hook a wheel on that though. It's gonna just annihilate it. I like it. That's it's much better, but it's subtly better. But that small difference makes a huge impact, especially on that car.